This is KLFY News 10 at 5.
In Lafayette, a federal investigation into a bribery scheme involving public officials and the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries has resulted in a third guilty plea.
News 10's Zane Hogue was in the courtroom as Leonard Franques stood before a judge to take responsibility for his actions.
Here in Lafayette, Leonard Franques has pled guilty to both conspiracy and bribery following an FBI investigation into Franques and Dusty Guidry's scheme to acquire hunting and boating education contracts. Franques is now the third person found guilty of conspiracy and bribery. In November of 2021, Franques, Dusty Guidry, and Joseph Prejean bribed a Wildlife and Fisheries agent and an unnamed public official. Prosecutors say the trio acquired contracts for hunting and boating education courses that resulted in monetary kickbacks. Prejean pled guilty before a judge in December, and Guidry is expected to be sentenced at a later date. Today, Franques stood before the court, and when asked by a judge what he was guilty of, Franques says, quote, "I conspired with another person to secure contracts with the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries in exchange for a kickback payment." Franques says today he is here to take full responsibility for his actions that were the result of a business agreement with Guidry that caused pain to both his family and community. Following his comments, the court accepted the 63-year-old's plea agreement, with the result being up to 5 years in prison and up to $250,000 in fines. Franques' sentencing is officially scheduled for April 12th. Here in Lafayette, I'm Zane Hogue for KLFY News 10.
Also involved in the investigation is Dusty Guidry, who pleaded guilty to conspiracy and bribery back in March. Guidry's sentencing date has been scheduled for March 22nd.